She said, "I can't decide between you and him. You're just so insecure about it." I replied, "You're right." What I did next was call the other man, invite him for a beer, and calmly lay out all of her lies. The look on her face when we both walked away from her together. Original post: I, 31 male, had been dating Veronica, 29, for 10 months when she dropped the bomb. We were having dinner at her place when she got a text, smiled at her phone, then quickly put it face down. Good news? Just a friend. The same friend who'd been texting her all week, the same one she'd been meeting for coffee. I knew his name, Damon. Her complicated ex who needed closure. Me. Damon again? Sighing dramatically. Here we go. Your jealousy is exhausting, Garrett. I'm not jealous. I'm confused why your ex needs this much closure. Because we have history. 7 years, Garrett. You can't just erase that. Me. Nobody's asking you to erase it, but meeting him 3 times a week seems excessive. That's when she hit me with it. You know what? I'm tired of hiding this. The truth is, I can't decide between you and him. There. Happy? You're both important to me in different ways. I stared at her, the casual way she said it, like she was choosing between restaurants. You can't decide? He knows me in ways you don't. But you're stable, grounded. You both offer different things. So you're dating both of us? Not dating, exploring, figuring out what I want. And honestly, you're just so insecure about it. It's not attractive. The audacity. She was openly admitting to stringing us both along and somehow making it my fault for being insecure. You're right. Surprised. What? You're right. I am being insecure. I should handle this better. Smiling. See? This is why I like you. You're mature. You get it. Does Damon know about me? Of course. I told him I'm seeing someone. And he's okay with it? He understands I need time to decide. He's not pressuring me like you are. Interesting. So I was the insecure one pressuring her, while he was understanding. Got it. You know what? You're absolutely right. I should talk to him. Face falling. What? No, that's weird. Why? If we're both dating you, we should be able to be civil. Maybe grab a beer, clear the air. Absolutely not. That's psycho behavior. You don't contact him. I thought you said he knew about me? He does. But that doesn't mean you should be friends. Who said anything about friends? Just 2 guys who happen to be dating the same woman, having a conversation. She was panicking now. Red flag number 1. Promise me you won't contact him. Promise me, Garrett. Why? What are you afraid of? I'm not afraid. It's just inappropriate and invasive. This is my situation to handle. Okay, I won't contact him. Relief washed over her face. She actually believed me. That night, I went home and found Damon on LinkedIn. Mutual connections through Veronica. His profile was public. Marketing director at a tech startup. Seemed normal enough. I sent him a message. Update 1. My LinkedIn message to Damon was simple. Hey man, this is Garrett. I'm dating Veronica too. She says you know about me. Weird situation, but I think we should talk. Beer sometime? He read it within an hour. Then nothing for a full day. I figured he was processing or maybe telling Veronica. Then, Damon. This is unexpected. But yeah, I think you're right. When works for you. We met that Thursday at a sports bar downtown. I got there first, grabbed a booth in the back. When he walked in, I recognized him from Veronica's old photos she forgot to delete. Tall guy, well-dressed, looked tired. Sitting down. So this is weird. Me. Incredibly. Beer? Definitely. We ordered. Sat in awkward silence for a minute. Then, how long have you been seeing her? 10 months. You? We broke up 2 years ago, but we've been talking, again, for about 4 months. Talking? Her word. Getting back together, basically. She said she needed to date around first to be sure I was the one. I almost spit out my beer. She told you she was dating around? Yeah. Said she was seeing people casually, but nothing serious. Wanted to make sure we were meant to be before fully committing again. Interesting. She told me you were her ex who needed closure. Closure? We've been sleeping together for 2 months. Now I did spit out my beer. Me. 2 months? Yeah. She said you guys weren't physical yet, taking it slow because of her commitment issues from our breakup. We've been physical the entire time. We stared at each other, the realization hitting simultaneously. She's playing us both. Different stories for different guys. We compared notes. The lies were extensive. To me, she said, Damon was pushy about getting back together. She needed closure from their toxic relationship. He didn't respect her boundaries. She was considering a restraining order if he didn't back off. To Damon, she said, I was just a rebound. She wasn't serious about me. We weren't intimate. She was planning to end things with me soon. But the best part? The timeline. Damon, wait, she was at my place last Tuesday. Said she had to work late. Me, she told me she was at her sister's birthday dinner. Her sister's birthday is in October. It's March. We pulled out our phones, started cross-referencing. The girls' nights that were dates with him. The work trips that were weekends with me. The elaborate web of lies to keep us separate while maintaining both relationships. Last month she said she had food poisoning, canceled our Valentine's plans. We went to that new French place downtown. She said she was allergic to French food. That's not even a real allergy. We actually laughed, the absurdity of it all. But then Damon showed me something that changed everything. Look, there's more. She's been hitting up my cousin too. Showed me screenshots. Veronica messaging his cousin, flirting, suggesting drinks, while dating both of us. Me your cousin? She doesn't know we're related. Different last names. He thought it was weird when he realized who she was. So she's not deciding between two. She's collecting options. Damon, like Pokemon. We sat there processing. Two guys who should hate each other, united by mutual betrayal. What do we do? Well, she's afraid of us meeting for a reason. I say we give her that reason. I'm listening. Update 2. Damon and I spent the next hour comparing stories. The more we talked, the more we realized how deep her manipulation went. She'd created two completely different personas for us. With me, she was the healing from past trauma girlfriend who needed patience. With him, she was the ready to settle down but needs to be sure ex who was almost ready to commit. Me, she told me you cheated on her, that's why she has trust issues. Damon, I never cheated. She cheated, with her personal trainer. That's why we broke up. Me, she said she's never cheated on anyone. Bold lie, considering I caught her in my bed with another dude. The entitlement was staggering. She genuinely believed she could juggle multiple men, while painting herself as the victim in every scenario. We made a plan. Simple. Effective. Let her hang herself with her own rope. Damon, she's supposed to come to my place Saturday, movie night. Me, she told me she has a work conference Saturday. Of course she did. Invite her over. I'll swing by about an hour in. You sure about this? She wants to date both of us? Let's give her both of us. Friday night, Veronica stayed at my place. Acted completely normal. Talked about her conference the next day. Even showed me a fake agenda she'd made. It's so boring but good for networking. I'll be back Sunday afternoon. That's great, babe. Career growth is important. See, this is why you're so good for me. You support my ambitions. I smiled, kissed her goodnight. Didn't mention I knew her ambition was Netflix and chill with her ex. Saturday came. She left my place at noon with her conference bag. I waited until 3 p.m., then headed to Damon's. He lived in a nice condo building. Doorman knew me from Veronica's Instagram stories, waved me up, could hear her laughing through the door, happy, carefree. No idea her worlds were about to collide. I knocked. Damon, must be the food delivery. Heard footsteps. The door opened. Veronica stood there in one of Damon's t-shirts and shorts. Her face went through every possible emotion in 3 seconds. Garrett? What? How? Walking in. Hey babe, conference end early? From the couch. Hey Garrett, come in. We were just picking a movie. Veronica looked between us like she was having a stroke. You know each other? Yeah, we had beer Thursday. Great guy. Can see why you can't decide. Garrett's pretty cool too. I get the dilemma. We sat down on either side of her. Casual, friendly. Like this was normal. This is... What's happening? You said you couldn't decide between us. We figured we'd make it easier, hang out together, see how it goes. That's not... I didn't mean... By the way, my cousin says hi. Her face went white. Your cousin? Yeah, Terrence? You've been texting him about getting drinks? Oh, is he another option? Should we invite him too? Veronica stood up, shaking. This is ambush. This is, you plotted against me. We compared notes. Turns out you've been telling us different stories. So, I'm allowed to handle my relationships differently. I'm not a rebound, am I? And I'm not preventing you from getting closure, am I? You don't understand. I have different needs. Clearly, the need to lie, manipulate, and string people along. Update 3. Veronica went into full damage control mode. It was like watching a masterclass in manipulation tactics. First, she tried tears. Veronica, I'm so confused. I love you both. This is tearing me apart. Damon, really? Because you seemed pretty happy 5 minutes ago. And pretty happy at my place last night. That's different. I compartmentalize. It's how I cope. When tears didn't work, she switched to anger. You had no right to go behind my back. Like you've been doing for months? That's different. I was protecting your feelings. By lying to our faces? I never lied. I just managed the truth. You told me you had food poisoning on Valentine's Day. You told me Garrett wasn't physical with you. Those aren't lies, they're privacy boundaries. The mental gymnastics were Olympic level. Then came the blame shifting. To me, this is your fault. If you weren't so insecure, I wouldn't have had to hide things. Me, my insecurity made you fake a work conference? To Damon, and you were supposed to give me space to figure things out. Space? You're at my place 3 nights a week. Finally, she tried bargaining. Okay, I messed up, but we can work through this. Garrett, you're right. I should have been honest. I choose you. Oh, really? Yes. Damon was just closure. Old habits. I'm sitting right here. Spinning to him. No, wait. I mean, Garrett was the rebound. You're my true love. We looked at each other. The desperation was actually sad. Veronica, stop. I can change. We can do couples therapy. Which couple? That's when she played her final card. Fine. You want the truth? Neither of you were enough. Garrett, you're boring. Safe. I needed excitement. And Damon, you're exciting but unreliable. I needed stability. I was trying to find balance. By lying to everyone? Veronica, by surviving. You men are all the same. You want the perfect woman but offer half a relationship. So yes, I dated both of you. And Terrence seemed interesting too, because none of you individually were enough. The mask finally off. The real Veronica, entitled, selfish, and completely unable to see her own fault. Damon, well, this has been enlightening. Really has. We stood up together, synchronized. We hadn't planned this part, but it felt right. Where are you going? Away from this. Same. You can't both leave. That's not fair. Be fair? You want to talk about fair? But here's the thing, we weren't angry anymore. Looking at her scrambling, desperate, still trying to manipulate, it was just pitiful. Damon grabbed his keys and wallet. You can stay until you get an Uber, then I want my key back. Damon, please, we have 7 years. Had, past tense. 10 months here, also past tense. We walked toward the door together. She actually tried to block us. This is ridiculous. You're being children, walking away because I had feelings for 2 people. We're walking away because you're a liar who plays with people's lives. I'm a human being with complex emotions. Damon, you're a narcissist with a victim complex. We left, together, could hear her screaming through the door as we waited for the elevator. By the time we hit the lobby, my phone was blowing up. Texts, calls, voice messages. Mine too. Block party? Block party. We went back to that same bar, had another beer, blocked her on everything while toasting to dodged bullets. Final update. The aftermath was everything you'd expect from someone like Veronica. She tried everything to regain control. First came the love bombing. Flowers to my office, returned to sender. Showing up at Damon's gym, he switched locations. Long emails about her emotional journey and how we'd helped her grow, straight to spam. Then the smear campaign. Told mutual friends we'd ganged up on her. That we'd plotted against an innocent woman just trying to find love. Most people who knew her saw through it. The ones who didn't weren't worth keeping around. The last attempt was through her friend Natasha, about 3 weeks after everything went down. Via text. Veronica's in therapy now. She realizes she has attachment issues from childhood trauma. She's really working on herself. Good for her. She'd like to apologize, in person, to both of you. No thanks. Don't you believe in forgiveness? In growth? Me. I believe in consequences. Never heard from Natasha again. Damon and I stayed in touch. Weird friendship born from mutual betrayal. We'd grab beers once a month, joke about dodging the same bullet. He started dating someone new, a teacher who thought our story was hilarious. I was taking a break from dating, working on recognizing red flags earlier. Last week, Damon sent me a screenshot. Veronica on a dating app. Her profile. Sapiosexual, looking for deep connections, no games, no drama. If you can't handle a woman who knows what she wants, swipe left. We laughed about it over beers. Think we should warn the guys she matches with? Me, nah. Everyone gets to learn their own lessons. Fair, but seriously? No games, no drama? The audacity is almost admirable. The truth is, I'm grateful for the experience. Not for the pain or the lies, but for the lesson. Some people see others as NPCs in their own story, supporting characters who exist to fulfill their needs. Veronica couldn't decide between us because she never saw us as people, just as providers of different services. She wanted my stability and Damon's excitement. When we took both away, she had nothing, because she'd never built anything real. The look on her face when we walked out together? It wasn't heartbreak. It was rage. The rage of someone who'd lost control of their game, who'd had their toys taken away. But the best part? We didn't plan some elaborate revenge, didn't expose her publicly or ruin her life. We just stopped playing. Both of us, at the same time. And that was enough. Sometimes the best response to manipulation isn't a counterstrike, it's just walking away. Preferably with the other person being manipulated. Preferably to go have a beer and laugh about the audacity of it all. Veronica said she couldn't decide between us. In the end, we made the decision easy. Neither.